It's another edition of Crime Watch on Television Continental. Hello and welcome. I'm Ivy Kano. Our train will berth in Abia State, where a stolen 4-year-old boy has been rescued, to Osun State, where his 15 suspected cultists have been arrested by the Osun State Police Command. Not forgetting our usual Vox Pop segment. Now, the Plateau State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has paraded 3 men suspected to be illegal miners in Basa local government area of the state. The state commandant of the Corps, Solomon ADEBAYO, says the Corps will continue to be a thorn in the flesh of criminally minded individuals and groups. Fonum Joshua has more in this report.
These are the latest suspects arrested by men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Jos, the Plateau State capital. The Corps says the suspects were quizzed by its operatives while allegedly engaging in illegal mining in one of the communities in the state. Officials of the Corps narrate how the suspects were apprehended.
On Monday, the 5th of December 2016, based on security tip-off, our men swung into action in Mr. Ali village, that's in Basa local government of Plateau State, and were able to arrest 3 men. We caught them on site, that's illegal mining. We caught them with 3 bags of columbite and tin, shovels, diggers, and other extracting implements at the site. 2 of the suspects were in possession of substances suspected to be hard drugs. They are in our custody, and after all investigations, we're going to charge them to court.
Before we could achieve the little we achieved there were several releases of bullets we fired into the air before they knew that we were serious with what we came with. And then we took some of their mineral deposits, that is tin and columbite. We have 3 bags of that we took along with us. We took along with us a pumping machine that they were using in pumping water to wash the mineral deposits they got. We took 1, and some extracting implements. And then we arrested 3 of them. 2 amongst the 3 we arrested have another case against them, another issue against them, which relates with hard drugs. So we caught them with substances that we suspect are hard drugs.
To underscore the negative impact of the nefarious act, NSCDC says a boarding school within the affected area is on the verge of collapse.
The principal of a boarding school near that site came severally complain that the miners have been encroaching into the school premises. Now, this encroachment I'm talking about is underground. They have been digging to the extent that they have been entering underground the premises of the school. The school is a boarding school, which means that sooner or later, if their action continues, some of the buildings of the school may collapse. There will be a lot of victims, dead bodies, and what have you.
On his part, the state commander, Adebayo Solomon, admits the increasing activities of unlicensed miners have been a source of worry to the NSCDC and other stakeholders in the state. The NSCDC chief enumerates the challenges bedeviling the Corps and says the suspects will soon have their day in court.
Had a lot of meeting with the village heads, give them public enlightenment, the danger of this illegal mining, and a lot of bad things that do occur to the society in doing this illegal mining. Our men are all over, because we find out that in this plateau, the illegal mining that is undergoing in this plateau, they are more than 100 places. And we find out that these people, they have godfather. So as soon as the investigation are concluded, they shall be brought into book.
The security organization lauds the efforts of the state government in stemming the tide of unlicensed miners, but advocates more sensitization programs for residents and the need for their support to security agents in the fight against illegal mining.
And now to Abia State, where 2 suspects have been arrested by the State Police Command for allegedly stealing and selling of a 4-year-old boy, UZUBA Obinna. The suspects were said to also be responsible for the stealing of another baby, whose the police say they are yet to recover. TVC Nnamdi Ofonya witnessed the parade.
While parading the suspects, identified as Roland EGBE, a male aged 30 years and resident of Imo Rivers in Okwa West local government area of the state, and his accomplice, CHIOMA OHAJIMADU, aged 50 years of number 16 Uchelekwa Street, Aba, the State Commissioner of Police, LEYE OYEBADE, said that the prime suspect, Roland EGBE, was arrested by the men of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the command. He disclosed that the duo are also responsible for a missing child whom the police has been searching for but yet to recover. The police reiterated the renewed vigor of his command to deploy all means possible in tracking down all criminal elements in the state and asked them to turn to new leaves before they are caught by the dragnet of his men.
And we have adopted strategies that include intelligence-led raiding, visibility policing, and involving all sectors of the departments that really need to assist. We have been working in synergy with other sister agencies also. The implementation of this strategy, which is proactive in nature, have in no small measure assisted us in ensuring that we attain zero tolerance for heinous crime in Abia State Command. And recently, we have an arrest of a child trafficker, one Roland EGBE, age 30 years, male, of Imo River, Ukwa West, Abia State. The suspect was arrested by our Special Anti-Robbery Squad team at Obehi in connection with the abduction of one UZUBA Obinna of about 4 years old from Imo River with the intention to sell the boy to one Mrs. CHIOMA OHAJIMADU, age 50 years, of number 16 Uchelekwa Street by Ohanku Road, Aba, who bought a male child from him 2 weeks ago. The boy was rescued and has been handed over to the parent. The suspects have confessed to the crime and they are helping us in our investigation.
The mother of the recovered boy narrated how the family was in disarray after they discovered that their son was missing.
Cooking on backyard in my house there, so there was outside the was selling yam. So one boy just came to eat yam. As he finished eating the yam and never took the light. Immediately when the never take the light, he took my shite. I was shouting, walk everywhere, everybody come out. So some enter bush said. So we go to that express, told police people and the Okada people and the KK people. So we are found one 4 years old like that. Say anybody that the name is Obinna. For that night, I decided till daybreak. By 3 o'clock, I want to go express. My sister saw me, see me, say no, I should come back.
Roland EGBE and CHIOMA OHAJIMADU did not in any way deny their involvement. While Roland agreed that he was in the business for money, CHIOMA said she was not into child trafficking, but it was her desperation to have a male child that pushed her into moves to illegally buy one.
No, the children, the child I took, I know the child. Not that I don't know the child, I know the mother of the child. So as the mother was selling now, so the child the child was playing. So I now took the child to her.
When you took the child, the baby did not cry. How did you take him? What did you do that made him not to cry?
Okay, the baby made me say I should buy gala for him.
baby knows you?
The baby knows me.
So that day I was discussing with the teacher. I said, I heard this kind of people that are from that side. Can't you arrange one for me? Because these motherless babies, they charge much. So he said, okay. So that day he came with this boy that he has brought the boy. I said, I don't like the child, the boy. I said, I don't like this one. It doesn't fit my family. So, but there is a woman that works at the motherless babies. So I now called her. So I told her, so she said that somebody needed a baby. So we now took the baby to her. Then I told him I needed a baby, a fair boy. So he now later called me on Sunday. I want to keep it. I want a baby boy.
Okay, you don't have a baby boy.
With this kind of menace still in the society, parents might see the need to seriously monitor the movements of their children.
Now, lucky month there, and while Obinna will be celebrating Christmas with his family, the next 15 suspected cultists you're about to see arrested by the Osun State Police Command may not be that lucky. You know, as Ibrahim Alege tells us that they may not have the opportunity to spend Christmas with families.
Here are 15 members of two rival cult groups arrested in Ede, Osun State. One group was said to be on a reprisal attack after the killing of its leader. This led to their arrests with these dangerous weapons. They were also alleged of planning to disrupt the Ede Day celebration.
And the next activities which they want to carry out, that is to disrupt the festive activities in the town, which is the ancient city, Ede. You can see all the dangerous weapons that were found with them. There are some that were 6 inches nails tied into sticks, cutlasses, hammers, and all sorts of charms.
There was a fight scene among the two groups, the Elemo group and Farombi group. There was a fight scene among them. On that very day, I came back from Lagos. Not knowing to me, that same day, in the night, around 12 p.m., some gang came to me, like 10-man people, started shooting, and I ran for my life.
I didn't know anything about this. I was sleeping in room that day. So that reason, suddenly I saw just our policeman to come and arrest us. So I didn't know anything about this situation at all.
The 15 suspected cultists have been charged to court. In the meantime, the Osun State Police Command is tightening its belt to ensure a crime-free Christmas season. At a meeting of the top hierarchy of the police command, CP OLAFIMIHAN ADEOYE said the command has raised the status of security arrangement in the state.
There's going to be stop and search, but I want to assure members of the public that the stop and search will be professionally conducted and will also be regulated. The stop and search will be targeted, so that is to say that it is not everybody that will be subjected to stop and search.
He called on the public to support the police in the area of community policing so as to rid the state of criminals.
And still in Osun, the State Command of the Nigerian Police says it has already keyed into the change agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari. In view of this, the command staged a Change Begins With Me rally across some major roads in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. The campaign is in accordance with the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, to all the police commands to key into the change agenda of the federal government. Led by the State Commission of Police and the State Chairman of Police Community Relations Committee, the police took the campaign to motor parks and markets where pamphlets were distributed to motorists, commuters, passerbys, and market women. Armed with the various placards, the police asked the public to trust them and assist the police in community policing in order to ensure a crime-free society.
Indeed, bail is free. Bail is free. I used to tell people, if you go to any police station and they ask you to bring money before anybody is released on bail,
what I used to tell people is that ask the policeman to issue you a receipt for the money that is asking you to pay for that person to be released on bail. Bail is free. And let me seize this opportunity to encourage each and every member of the Nigerian public not to over bribe. They should not offer money in exchange for bail.
This is an opportunity for every one of us to embrace it as a lawyer, as a journalist, market men and women, students, artisans, labor movements, all sectors. We must embrace it because this is the only opportunity we have to change Nigeria for better.
The story wasn't different in Ogun State, as former President Olusegun Obasanjo has advised individuals as well as corporate organizations across the country to give necessary support to the men of the Nigerian police to enable them function effectively. Obasanjo made this appeal while delivering his goodwill message at the launch of the Change Begins With Me campaign of the Ogun State Police Command in Abeokuta, the state capital. The former president, who was the chairman of the occasion, which also saw the Ogun State Command's headquarters launch of the Police Complaint Rapid Response Unit, emphasized that the nation's dream of eradicating or nipping in the bud crimes and criminality will not be realized without the stakeholders' solid cooperation with the police institution.
The work of policing our community, our locality, our state, and our country is not the work of police alone. It's for all of us. And he wants to get us all engaged, all of us engaged in helping the police to police our community.
In his opening remarks, the State Commissioner of Police assured that officers and men of his command would imbibe and subscribe to the change mantra, stressing that every member of the force will paint a new name for the Nigerian police force.
We all know that there cannot be any meaningful development without security. The realization of this forum as it is today, which is a synergy among community, PCRC and the police, propel that our communities, areas, state and the nation as a whole will be rid of crime and criminality, thereby making our domain a better place and suitable for development and prosperity. Our doors are open. We will welcome genuine advices, constructive criticisms, and suggestions from members of the public.
Now that's a good one. I hope to see a changed attitude from police officers. And in Lagos, Governor Ambode holds 10th annual security meeting.
Provision of security is one of the cardinal responsibilities of the government. In a bid to promote this, the Lagos State government 10 years ago established the Lagos State Security Trust Fund to provide equipment, training and logistics for its security officers. Representing the governor at this year's town hall meeting on security, Deputy Governor Idiat Adebule reiterated that the administration recognized its role, which is to provide an enabling environment for its citizens, and will continue to provide vital security support for the protection of lives and property in the state.
And we have hinged our activities on a tripod of security, improved infrastructure, and job creation. With security being the major component, it is our conviction that a secure society will provide an environment for the attainment of true happiness. Very grateful to all those who have committed to making contributions to the fund over the years.
It's significant to note that
This is the 10th of the town hall meeting, hence our decision to make it a bit different from previous meetings, not only in commemoration of our milestone, but also to take a deeper look at the funding of security in the states, particularly to consider our funding options in view of the current financial difficulties we find ourselves.
Executive Secretary, Lagos State Security Trust Fund, Abdulrazak Balogun, and the Commissioner of Police, Fatai Owosheni, also gave account of their stewardship over the last 1 year.
In the last 1 year, the Lagos State government has donated a whopping sum of 1.6 billion worth of security equipment, ranging from cars, motorbikes, bulletproof vests, ballistic helmets, riders' gear, and so on, to the Lagos State Police Command and other security agencies in the state.
During the period, counting, the police control room recorded 355 distress calls of armed robbery, and we were able to respond swiftly to some of them in order to prevent them from happening. Out of the 355 distress calls, 85 were found to be false ones, people wanting to distract the attention of the police, while 179 were prevented, and that represents 66% of those distress calls that were responded to swiftly. 51 cases of kidnapping were recorded during the period, and from our analysis, those areas that, because of the environmental nature, were prone to such things, recorded the highest. And that is why, where we call it the Area Police Command, which is likely within the Lagos Senatorial District, recorded 47% of the 51 cases of kidnapping that we had in Lagos State during the period. As I said, it may not be unconnected with the physical and cultural environment of the area. Most of the communities that were involved within that axis are easily accessible through the many hidden water that we have there, and the characters of those people involved are such that they were those that specialized in pipeline vandalism and bunkering before. So the pipeline that ran from Atlas Cove towards that area to Osimi has not also been that helpful. Because oil is not being pumped again, they have turned the human beings, the innocent citizens in that area, to the oil that they pump. 246 cases of murder were recorded during the period, and of course, one major menace of Lagos State is cultism, gangsterism, youth restlessness, street fight all over the place, and that accounted for the major cases of murder that were recorded in the state.
Organizers say their focus is on developing a more powerful and responsive police force while injecting new strategies that are technology-driven to achieve a more robust and effective security cover for Lagos State.
From the security meeting, now let's go to the streets for our Vox Pop segment.
If you look at their response to crime, for example, maybe you volunteer to go and give information to the police. It is the same police that will go and tell the person that so-so person came and gave us information.
The system of selection, the system of recruitment, and the system of appointment from the top to the down to the bottom in the police hierarchy, the police as an agency, is totally faulty. That is why you cannot see efficiency and accuracy in the Nigerian police.
I can say that especially under this IG, I noticed there had been some level of improvement. Police now wherever they are very conscious of whatever they do, because they know very well that the level of people's awareness now, people have come to know their right, and police now, they are not doing their job in a more professional way.
They have been doing a wonderful job, but at the point their services actually dropped, and there are several reasons for that. I want to start on the primary assignment of the police, which is detection of crime, investigation of crime. Crimes are principally detected on the basis of intelligence gathering, and the level of intelligence gathering in the Nigerian police has grossly dropped. When you want to conduct good intelligence gathering, you have recourse to community policing.
And just before we wrap up this edition, remember, security is partnership between you and security agencies. Let's keep our society safe by giving useful information to security operatives. Remember to send your comments to crimewatch@tvcnews.tv. Till next time, I'm Ivy Kano.